Hey everybody, Maria here with Fourth Dimension. I am reading for Virgo. Hope you all are doing well, enjoying your summer as it's warm here in the States. I'm gonna pull from Spill the Tea. Or excuse me, what's the tea? It's kind of like Spill the Tea. For Virgo. Tell me about Virgo. Okay. I have fake smiles, photo proof, karmic friends, legal issues. Oof. And my spidey senses are tingling, so I feel like the vibes and the pictures in my images in the head are probably like coming through. If you're dealing with a Virgo, oh my goodness. So Virgo, not if you're dealing with a Virgo, if you're a Virgo, well, I guess if you're a cross watcher, this may apply to you as well. Somebody's pretending to be happy in their situation. They're pretending that they're okay. I feel that you might have somebody that you are spying on, and I feel like you're getting some evidence. You're dealing with some karmics. You also have some karmic friends around you. I almost feel like a third party situation, a tribe of three, and some of you are finding that the two of the three are in more than friends. One of the legs on the stool are finding out the other two legs are leaving the one behind, and I feel like there's legal issues surrounding this case. And I do say case, like I feel like it's the breakup of three. I don't know why to say this. I feel like there is Virgo, and I feel like it's a Libra, a Cancer, maybe an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Pisces. I feel it involves a Cancer, like something involves a Cancer, somebody, Aries, Virgo, and Aquarius. So pretty much everybody. I'm sorry, but the first vibe I got was Libra, Virgo, or Libra, Libra, and a Cancer. So if there were three of you hanging together as friends, all grouping together, doing something maybe a little deceptive or mischievous, somebody's getting out. It's like Mean Girls Club. I don't know what to say. Somebody's getting out because somebody is also stepping out with somebody else's crush or lover or ex-lover, or they're becoming friendlier with one of the third legs, I guess. It's very high school. I don't know what to say. They're all grown. These are grown folk. These are grown with kids. Like they're adults. I'm reading for people with adult-like behavior or child-like behavior with adult skin suits. Somebody's trying to get the deets on you, I feel. Somebody's trying to find out some dirt on you. They recovered a text, or somebody sent them a text that you sent somebody else, and it created, you're finding out who your friends are. And I feel like, forgive me, I'm going to just speak from the top of my head. This was a group of three, outside of you, or maybe you're involved in, take it as it resonates. There's a divination abuser here. So several of you have believed in, or somebody joined a club that is this is a toxic group of folks. And why I said mean Girls Club is the energy I'm pulling off right now is very volatile and very disgusting. And it's extremely dark. I mean, these are people that mock people, make fun of people, kick them when they're down. These are very insecure folks, okay? And so their gossip, their slander, their malice, their intent to deceive, kill, destroy, vicious is all based on low self-esteem, low love, no love for themselves or others, and take. It's a take energy. I'm going to take what I can get. I'm going to hurt somebody else in the process, and they run game. That's the best way to put it. My street's coming out. They're going to run some game on you, and I feel like somebody's developed feelings for somebody else, and I feel like this might be an outside. It could be a part of the three for a handful of you. It also could be an outside person, like you stepped away from this group of malice, ill-intent people, and you're either communicating to somebody in the three, or it's coming to light that you had feelings. I feel like you had feelings for somebody in this posse. So this photo proof and digging up dirt, and it's like somebody's figuring it out. Somebody, and I almost feel, okay, for maybe a handful, 2 or 3 that are watching this, there's a posse of 3 in a dark entity club. Like it's a coven, I would call it. It's a group of folks that think that they are negative vibration, negative, like love of the dark side. They feel like they can manipulate people through dark energy. Fair? So the work that we're doing here can be distorted or interrupted or manipulated through negative prayer, energy, incantation, spell work, and I call it kitchen magic. That's the vibe I get. If somebody's a kitchen witch, meaning they read something on the internet and they try to do it. And it's because they want to support this one person in this group. Like this, somebody came to somebody else, right? And they got their heart broken, or somebody's that they were involved in with somebody in this three-legged race of tight-knit friends. Somebody got their heart broken and their ego bruised, really is what it's about. And so they all got to get back. They all got to get petty, get back, and make somebody else's life outside this 3, whether you're the third person or you're involved or you're the person somebody likes. I don't know how you're involved because I'm reading for quite a few Virgos, but this is going to escalate to legal issues. There's, like, I see defamation of character, I see slander, I see financial interruption, I feel like somebody's messed with somebody else's internet, I feel somebody's stealing their content, I see like heavy, powerful attorneys stepping in and saving whomever, and the other 2 are losing their shirt. I mean, their homes. They're losing everything. Like, you want to talk about financial distress. They are going to not be able to find a job. They wouldn't be hired at the local gas station. These people know, like, I don't think they recognized that the words that they were using and the malice and the effort they were taking had repercussions, like legal repercussions. Somebody might even go to jail. Somebody, I feel, is going to go to jail. And the text messages and the evidence and the proof that they're finding validates the negative image that they're trying to portray to either you or somebody outside of the 3 groups. So the 3 were working against you or against somebody, and you're somehow involved. You may know exactly what I'm talking about. You may not have a damn thing to do with any of it. You're like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. That's fair. Divination abuser, look at that. I'm not even kidding. So I feel like whoever I'm reading for is very divinely, spiritually protected. There's a whole group, like a posse of 100 protecting guides. Like, I got like goosebumps. Fierce warriors, spiritual warriors stepping in and protecting your whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to do with your passion, your intellect, your creativity, your genuine, loving, kind, giving self is being protected fiercely on a spiritual level in the 5D. If you haven't recognized, my channel is called Fourth Dimension. It's the gap between the 2 where we connect to one and hold on to the other. The work we're doing on the 3D where we live is being directed from the 5D through the 4D. This is where we're at. And here you are, found me, probably not on accident. So you might be hearing of legal issues and troubles, and you might be seeing your friends reach out, or they're trying to reach out. I'm so sorry, I just recognized my TV just came up. Weird. You might be finding that everything's okay, everything's fine, life is great. This is the vibe I get. Everything's great. It's not. Their lives are collapsing in front of them. They're panicking. There's almost like the 3 amigos are now beating each other up, pointing fingers that this is your idea. I would have never gotten involved with, all that. So they're falling apart. The 3-legged stool is falling apart. This is about somebody having a bruised ego over a scorned lover. Either it wasn't reciprocated, or they it just wasn't reciprocated. Somehow ego's involved, and the story got twisted, and the people involved in this didn't know the whole story. That's the other vibe I got. So all these people came alongside the person who had the broken ego and literally put all their energy to make this other person's life a living hell. Like gang stalked them online, maybe even damaged their car. I feel like I hear gunshots. Like I hear some crazy, enormously defensive energy. They don't even know the whole story, first of all. Secondly, it's coming to light what they did, and they're ashamed and they're guilty because they're like, they did not know this was just about somebody's ego being bruised. You know, this is because of a marriage went south, and this is because somebody lost money. A long-standing relationship, could be a marriage, but it's requiring the strength to come forward. I'm not even kidding, y'all. The person, you or somebody, are happy by themselves, are content. Whoever the other party is, the fourth person, not in the threesome, the fourth person is extremely content, doing very, very well. In fact, I think glowing up, and is overcome negative, you know, the negative sayers, the slanderers, the, you know, whatever they try to do. I feel like several of them actually called this person's employer and tried to sabotage their work. Like, it's deep, and they're just petty. These are just petty, childish, immature people that are trying to support their friend, but they don't have the whole picture. And the friend lied. Tremendous amount of lying going on to make themselves look like a victim. I feel like they came back and said, this person's stalking me, which you didn't do. Whatever you pulled away from was a complete protective prayer. Like, your guides were putting you in a space of protection. In fact, refocused your energy elsewhere, and you just kept receiving blessing after blessing right after that. The whole situation ended. Their life, they felt like they had more power because they were damaging your credibility. If this is your reading, this is the weirdest ass reading I've ever done. But the energy is like, time to pay the piper. Karma is a real thing. Not even kidding. Like, karma is a real thing, and it is coming down to legal issues. It is coming down to somebody getting arrested. It's like now nobody trusts each other in this threesome. They hate each other. They don't even talk to each other. They have abandoned each other. They've disconnected from their friends, possibly family members. This might be a cousin or a sister, a male cousin or a female sister, of course, that makes sense. But I think what they thought they were doing was getting even with you. If it's you, I feel like it's you. And Virgo, you stepped away. Like, the second this wasn't requited, you immediately got peace. Like, this is exactly what I needed to know. And you trusted your higher self and your guides, and the feeling you were getting was relief. Whew, like, thank God that's over. And you went on with your life. You forgot all about this relationship 10 seconds after it ended because you're protected. You felt sad, you felt bad, but I don't think you put more energy to it because it wasn't requited. And you learned a long time ago, you're not chasing anybody. You're not chasing an empty and false relationship that doesn't give back to you. I think you were like waking up to this wasn't how you perceived it. This energy that you were interested in doesn't match your energy. First of all, let's get that straight. Secondly, you were light years ahead of this person. You just didn't have any faith or direction in this thing. This person, I feel, wanted you, I see a prisoner. They wanted you to be beck and call girl, if you're a woman, you know what I mean, beck and call man, that they could say to their friends, oh my gosh, they just can't live without me. They can't move forward without me. They bug me all the time, which is not the truth. I feel like at the very best, you had an intermittent hot and cold, in and out, back and forth kind of relationship. I don't feel like this was somebody that you moved in with. No, you dropped them like a hot potato. Boom. That's the vibe I get, is like you release this person and you move forward. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me more. I want to know more about this legal issues. Tell me about the legal issues. Yep. Oh, look at that. Investigation. I just heard that. So an investigation about the threesome that they were celebrating over your demise, over the effery that they were doing to you. There was, something slipped at a party, or somebody took photos, or somebody had a conversation taped about this, about you, and somebody was blackmailing the other person, I feel, to say, I'm going to let the person know. Like, this kind of unraveled upon itself. They see you as a solid queen. Your person might actually come back and offer you a conversation to repair this. Somebody's going to come forward and have a conversation. And it's not romantic in nature. It's the King of Pentacles with this Two of Cups. What's behind that is the Hangman. That's the state they're in. They're getting dealt with, and the Ace of Pentacles. This dissolved this relationship. Look at that. This whole circus of monkeys, I'm using that term lightly. Yeah, this wheel is here with the Seven of Swords. So whatever happened came to light and is being pursued by, I feel like it's very heavily work related. So if somebody maybe was, I feel it's so stupid. I feel it's so dumb. Somebody decided they wanted to get ahead and lied about somebody else or about what they were doing and they weren't doing it. They altered something. They fictitiously adjusted something and then lied about it and then got people on their side, and this escalated. But there's a third, you're involved in this, but it's romantic. So whatever used to work or they thought did work with you, you know, like it's a bullying vibe all over this, didn't work. It didn't work because it got work related. These three might actually work together. I don't know. And if they did, the shit's coming to the fan. Like people are losing their jobs, and I'm not even kidding. Like they might work for the federal government. They might work with banking. They might work with medical, something with like a security, because what they did, like completely, I'm getting like sweaty here. It's like they completely just ignored every single thing. Like they have to go through 6 screens to get to where they need to go to work. And there's a warning on each screen, and they ignored whatever's on this screen. It could be 4 screens, you know what I mean? If they had to get through several portals because of the trust that the company has in their employees, and they keep prompting this person like, you can't do anything illegal, you can't look in anybody else's medical record, you can't look up a name and their credit history, you can't take their social security number, like all of these things, and they blew right through them. These are federal level warnings. Federal, like go to prison. These people decided, screw that, I don't want to do, I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm entitled and I'm I'm like an 8-year-old, like I control the world. They are in deep doo-doo. They are full of anxiety. And this is fighting. This is internal fighting and then fighting for themselves. And I can do this another day. It's the wounded warrior. I got another shot at this. This also might be your person coming back out of the threesome that is already dissolved, coming back to tell you about this because they didn't recognize that they were a pawn in a bigger scheme, or they were the ones initiating this. I don't know. I don't, maybe a handful, but they got stuck. Look at this. They were rushing in. I just had super similar vibes. You might want to watch the last reading I post because I have shuffled multiple times. Yeah, devil's all over this. This was about money. This is about ego. This is about pride. This is about status. This is about how the world receives them, I just heard, and views them. And your rejection of this person devastated them. They don't receive no. They're a very good looking person. They're very much in tune with their ego. They can walk in any room and they know that the heads turn. They're like, of course they turn. I'm in the room. That's the vibe. Very arrogant. Oh my God. And you, I get that may be a female presence, very thin, small, short, small package, but very important to herself. And this person was wrapped up into the bubble of butthurt and super jealous. Somebody's super extremely jealous of you, threatened by you. I feel like, the divination abuser is because you're so spiritual. So you might actually hold a position in church. You might actually be somebody who works real closely with your priest, rabbi, minister, whomever. They know who you are, but it's very faith-based. And this person has nothing but hatred towards you because it's like your light irritates their demons. And your affection and love for one of the people in this posse is pissing them off. And quite honestly, they feel like they can't compete with you. And so they're going to come and attack you with their friends. I don't know what else to say. But they're pretending everything's fine when it's not. I also get the fact that somebody has left somebody from you, shifted their attention from you for one of these people. So I feel like the efforts that they made towards you were beneficial in the time that they were friendly, or at least that's what they thought. Now they're hating life. They might be stuck. They might still be in this relationship, but they feel stuck. I have the Page of Swords with the Empress and the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So this person is stuck in their head, full of anxiety, wanting to come forward and have an honest conversation with the Empress. They're feeling they made the wrong choice, and now they're going to come back and talk to you about all the effery that went on behind the scenes, praying to God you not only forgive them, but you at least will entertain it. Because of the legal, I think there's legal actions that have occurred, and I believe people got fired. They're hopeful. They're hopeful that this Ace of Cups, and again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but the Ace of Cups is that you'll honor the conversation, that you'll at least hear them out. That's the vibe we get. So Spirit, tell me more about this whole situation. What should the viewer do? The person watching. What should Virgo do? Virgo, you're sitting in, you already closed this chapter out. This was a lesson you learned a while ago on, you self-loved yourself to death a couple of times. You're just consistently sharpening your iron, becoming stronger, smarter, and you're walking into the most abundant season of your life. I mean, you should really watch the video that I just put out. You're walking into brand new opportunities left and right. That's this vibe. It is not about, they might come in with a brand new beginning, but I feel like you went into the hermit mode and you recreated your whole life. You recreated your whole, like you may have quit jobs, you may have taken an exercise regime, whatever you did for healing over this effery and this past, it's like rejection is God's protection kind of vibe. But so I can't really say this devastating change. I think you released it pretty quickly and you're like, okay, that kind of hurt and I'm sad about it, but I'll live to see another day kind of vibe. And you move forward. And I don't want to minimize anybody's pain, but I don't feel it was like, this is like your fifth rodeo with this person, with this clown, I'm going to say, this fifth clown. And this is the tower of this person that you're moving forward. I'm not even kidding. Your rejection did it. You really need to watch the last video. This is almost like an extension of that video, I swear. But you're going to be sitting, and they know they have to come and talk to you, and you're going to be sitting in this Queen of Swords mode, defensive but ready to listen to them. You could, I mean, you're willing to hear them out. That's the vibe. This is a Fool. They've started a new chapter themselves. They are a couple years behind you as far as elevation. You've done some work. You've done some therapy. You may have quit doing things that you normally did when you were in a lower vibrational state. You were in a pain state. Several of you got divorced and got hooked up with this person. This was right after a breakup of some kind, some like major loss, because you really were attracted to the energy and the attention and affection that this person love bombed you with, and that's what got you. That's what it got you hooked, and that's what you got attracted to. And then the cycle, right? This person in and out, back and forth, made you chase him or her or whatever. Doesn't matter. But it's that ripple, it's the rubber band, right? So one pulls away, then one comes in, then you pull away, and then this energy. Well, you just cut the band. You just like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm not. And you did it. And good for you, because you walked into a brand new chapter. And now they're going to do this. You're walking into brand new abundance. I feel like you have new lovers coming in, new partners, new relationships, new job opportunities. Your life is bettering day after day after day after day. That's what this person sees, is your life getting better as theirs is getting worse. Legal implication, lost jobs, lost relationships, sitting in the dark of the home with really sad music. You know, that's the vibe I get. You are having a great time. You're too busy. You're hustling. You're making things happen. You're connecting networks together. Like, you're doing things in a positive way, and it's evident. People can see it. You're in a very happy state, and they are in a very sad, like very protective hermit, hangman, Four of Swords energy of conservative looking and thinking and but they're getting downloads. They're getting downloads, and their downloads are, I need to go back and have a conversation about what went down on my side of the street and make this right. They have a lot of options. They think you definitely do. Look at you. Of course you do. Virgo, come on now. And they're coming out of this Four of Swords state. They know what they need to do. They didn't make it right. They know that this was an ending and that you move forward, and they're afraid that you're going to fight with them, but they also see you very happy. I just heard a horn go off somewhere in the background. So they're very nostalgic. They're stuck in the thought of you on better days, and they recognize that what they did to create this monstrosity of anxiety and make your life hell and create this pain or this fear or whatever they tried to instill in you just didn't work. You gave it no energy. I don't care if they gossiped about you. You're like, well, I'm not. If somebody calls me a chair, does that make me a chair? No, I'm not. I'm not a chair or a hoe or this or that or a drug addict or an abuser or a woman or whatever. Whatever they called you out of fear, anxiety, and their own self-centered ego being bruised, you turned that around and just said, okay, okay, don't care. Like, go ahead. And they're sitting in a space of regret. They are sitting in a space of regret, like serious remorse. Sadness, crying. They walked away from their angel. They recognize you as a divine gift now, male or female, it doesn't matter. You are the best of the best. You are the GOAT, and greatest of all time, GOAT. Great, you know, some people say, what does that mean? Not an actual GOAT. Yeah, they're going to rush in and have a conversation. This is a massive amount of texting you, calling you, emailing you over the loss, and that you. So this card very much is a different vibe for me as a reader. When I see this, there's no coming back. And that's the feeling. You can't come back after the 8 of Cups. You can't come back and just pick up one of the cups and pour some love in, say, I'm sorry, give some roses from the local, you know, grocery store, the ones that you find in the doorway, and think it's going to be okay. That's no. Those cups are shattered. You can never pour love into them. They're cracked. Your cups are dead. They're dead cups. If you want me, or even a friendship with me, you have to come correct and start at the ace. You have to start all over and make it right and come correct, or don't come at all. Save your breath, right? That's the vibe. And it is fierce. When I get this paired with the rest of this, especially this one, you have your boundaries to the sky. Especially, I'm getting, believe it or not, I'm getting a lot of male energy. There's some men out here that are historically, there's some women that go back and forth and in and out and play some games. And they are very much, you know, kind of gossip, backbiting. And there's a guy who's been through the ringer and been through some and they're done. They're like, I'm not even entertaining your apology. I don't care. Write me a letter. Send it. You know, I may read it. I'm too busy to care. And that's the vibe I'm getting. Is this? There's one or a handful of masculines that have elevated to the place where this person thinks just because they're cute and they have a hot body, I'm gonna, you know, go and accept the roses from the King Supers. That's what we have here in Colorado, or the Safeway, or whatever you want to call it, and make everything okay. This is a divination abuser. I feel like the magic has backfired. I don't know if you're doing a return to sender, if you're doing protection. I'm not sure what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, keep it going. And I don't know if it really would have worked anyway, because the energy they were sending and the negative things, it's had to happen to them. Like, they needed an awakening. So whatever they needed to go through didn't really have an impact on you. You're in a bubble of bubble wrap. Nothing can hurt you or harm you. Plus, you are a believer in what is for you won't pass you by, and you trust in your tribe, your spiritual tribe, and you're waiting for your assignment, your next assignment. And I feel like you're already in it. This group of naysayers, negative Nellies, petty people that were trying to put dark energy towards you backfired. So everything they wanted for you, they're receiving. So I also get the sense, and this is gonna, and I don't know if this is for you, Virgo, but there is a family member amongst you that may not be of your bloodline. So I feel like there might have been somebody stepped out, and that might be part of this conversation. Is somebody stepped out, had a child, and said it was the person that you're in love with, or that whatever, somehow you're in a relationship with, it's not their child. So that's kind of the vibe I get, is it's not even their bloodline. So like, this had to happen. This, what you saw as a negative thing, actually is going to be a blessing in the longer, bigger picture. Then it's like, all things done in the dark come to light, as well as the intent of the person will also come to light. So whatever the intent was, about just holding that person on the shelf and never allowing this person or you to move forward and find your own happiness, they wanted to keep that person stuck and on a leash, to say, I'm not really wanting to play with you. I don't like you like that, but I don't want you going anywhere, because I like your energy and I like what you bring to me. You make me feel good. Very self-centered, childish. This person may tell you about the magic that's been done. Can't make this up. The Emperor and the King of Swords are the same person, and they might start off with nostalgia, but they're also, be very, very careful. For a handful of you, is this person is not elevated yet. They're just mad that you got away. That's a big vibe I'm getting. If you're a Virgo and you're struggling with a past person, this sounds anywhere remotely familiar with some of the messages you got, and they're pretending to be okay and they're not, and they're closed and hot and in and out and back and forth with their energy towards you. This person has a whole list, pages and pages and pages of effery, games, deceit, lies, all of the things that they don't want ever to see come to light. And it's coming out, like out in the public, in the legal court system, like all these things. I do feel like this karmic partnership, this karmic friendship is a third party having probably, I feel like there's a masculine in this group that has been raising a child thinking it's theirs when it isn't, right? It's an actual relative of that person's. So that person, whoever I'm talking to, is in a tribe where there's been some dark energies. And this tribe also comes off as a spiritual, it's funny, they believe in God and they go to church, but I actually think they do some dirt on the side. They're very dark. This is a dark, dark reading. So Virgo, I think you're protected. I think you have nothing but great things happening right now. Right now, you are in the middle of an up, as I just talked about the bell curve in the last reading, and I feel like you're already receiving. You already know what the hell I'm talking about. You know it. You're living it. You're like, yeah, I used to have this feeling. I don't anymore. I used to have depression. I don't have anymore. I'm not anxious anymore. I'm meeting people left and right. I'm going out more. I just got asked on a date. I'm on this wonderful diet. I'm doing really well. Whatever it is, you're seeing your light. Actually, all these good things happen in your life. So Virgo, this is what's going on. I am going to pull. I'm going to pull from a different deck. Let me get this deck. This one's speaking to me. Tell me messages for Virgo. Upcoming messages for Virgo. You are walking into the best season of your life with a new partner, I believe. Could be with this person. Handful. Reading for a lot of Virgos. Take it as it resonates. If you're not trying to manifest this person back and they have not elevated, yeah, it's a brand new passionate beginning and it's making your ex very, very miserable. There you go. They're watching you connect with somebody new. I feel like an Aries. I feel like a Taurus, Gemini, Capricorn, maybe a Sag. So it's a different energy than I felt at the beginning of this reading that was in this relation, this whatever this was. But whoever you're connecting with, the people that you left behind are watching you happy, like genuinely happy. They're fake smiles, right? They're like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm great. And you are extraordinarily, really, genuinely, authentically happy. You are walking into a brand new, you're sitting in your, it's the Queen of Cups and the Strength. So I feel like this might be a water sign, Virgo, that you also are vibing with. If you're a male with Virgo in your chart, you might be meeting a Cancer. That's a Cancer card. It's a water card. It could be a Scorpio or a Pisces, and it's going to require strength for both of you to heal. I think from previous relationships, I feel like you both have you're guarded. You got the Four of Pentacles all over this in my vibe. But you're very loving, kind, genuine nature. It's a different kind of nature than the Queen of Wands coming in. Hey, how you doing? That's kind of vibe. This is genuinely loving, kind, nurturing for the real reason. They're not motivated or swayed by ill intent, by the gossip. They are actually repulsed by it. They will run from it. They don't entertain this person you're going to meet or you. This relationship, they don't play on that vibrational level. They're very elevated. They would be offended if you were talking ish about anybody. They'd be like, why are you talking ish about that? Are you mad at him? What's going on? And it's not like evil intent, like, haha, let's talk about, it's not like that. It's very, there's no pettiness in this person. They're very genuine. They match your vibe. This is new, I feel, maybe for you, because you have been in a different space for a while, and this person's authenticity makes you kind of hesitant on jumping in. That's a good place. Your past person is watching you go through a change or a glow up, and they're feeling left in the dust, and they're going to come back and try to offer you new beginnings. So be aware that they are going to come back, and they're using their best judgment to talk to you about their intuition. I do feel they might share with you some of the things I talked about Yeah, they're going to share with you the Seven of Swords, their deceit. They're going to come clean, I think. Maybe not the whole way, but you're very intuitive and you watch tarot, so you very much know much of what I've already shared. And when Spirit shares the same cards in the same line as the first reading, as my defining, it's pretty much telling me that's enough. Yeah, manifesting. They're currently trying to manifest you, and they're sitting in the Hangman trying to have a discussion to themselves how to come forward. I believe you've healed from this. You move forward. You're doing much better, male or female. You've recovered from this. You may not work at the same place. You may not entertain with the same people. You've cut yourself off from the world. And I have the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Both of them are watching your growth in the hermit mode, and you are on to bigger and better things. Look at that. Boom. They may want to come back and restore this relationship, or at least one of them does, and tell you about the malice that occurred. And that's what it is. It's deceit and malice. It's just low, really low vibrational energy, and I don't think you have any time to entertain this. Well, Virgo, sorry this was so long in nature, but you need to be aware that's what's happening in your world. Kind of crazy, and this might resonate on a weird level for you. I am desperately I would love to know about it. This is the energy I'm feeling. Anything else that I can pick up for Virgo? I feel like one of your third parties, one of the person that's going to come and talk to you is going to tell you, Virgo, you said something to them. You did. You said something to them that initially triggered them, and they may have been originally a part of the divination abuser, but I don't think they were genuinely a part of a coven. They were hurt by your rejection, or I feel like maybe you got rejected from them because they wouldn't step out of a third party or meet you at your level. They couldn't. You know, it's like screaming at a dog for being a dog. How dare you be a dog? And they're like, I'm a dog. What do you want me to do? So like, I am who I am, and accept it or don't accept it. And you didn't. And that created some butthurt by them. And the irony here is that the people that they were complaining to actually took it upon themselves to try to F your life up on a spiritual plane, not knowing how protected you are and how fiercely spiritually protected. I can't even. And you have some powerful entities around you, and they recognize it today, because in nothing, I mean, every time they wished ill on you, you just got to glow up. If they wished you poverty, you'd come into money. If they wished you ill health, you lost 10 pounds because your exercise routine fit, I don't know, got stronger muscles. Everybody around you is getting sick, but you're like, I'm fine. I don't know what your problem is, you know. You're doing good. And these people this is paying the piper. And I feel like I keep getting an image of your protective guides pulling you away of the debris zone. So like this is an implosion, not an explosion, but an implosion from within, from their homes, their jobs, their security, their partnerships, their friendships are dissolving. And you are so far removed from the energy field that none of this impacts you at all. And that's the vibe I get, is this is going to shock the hell out of you when they come around. This might be 5 years out, 3 years out. This is older energy. This didn't happen yesterday. This is a while ago. So if you get a random text by an old friend or old lover or something, you're like, what? Like, who died? Like, why are you reaching out to me? That's possibly part of the restitution. I feel this person's being called. I feel like you're going to get either your ex or somebody in this posse, and they feel stupid bad. And they know the pain they're going through is karma. They are not stupid to universal laws. They totally get universal laws. They absolutely know divination. They're just not really good at it. And they didn't know that you were a divine entity. They had no idea who they were dealing with when they tried to lay this down on you. So, interesting. Karma is a real thing. So if this is your reading, I would love to hear about it. Put it in the comments section. Also, feel free to put a comment of any kind, positive preferably. That's what I like. And you need to be subscribed, but I'm pulling 5 names out this weekend for the next 5 free readings. So if you're interested, put something in the comments section and make sure you're subscribed. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll get notified when I post those winners. So man, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry this is so long, but I had a lot of messages. So until next time, Virgo, love and light. Take care.